I remember putting this on right before I got into an Uber, and immediately the Uber driver was like, "You smell good." Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. For those who don't know me, my name is Alyssa, aka Always Alyssa J, and today I'm going to be giving you my top 10 fall fragrances that you can find at Sephora. Some of these scents are a bit new, but others have been in my fall rotation for a few years now. Let's get into it. First up, we have Autumn Vibes by Replica. I really love this fragrance because it feels like you're walking through a forest and all of the leaves are brown and red and you can hear them crunching beneath your feet. That's what this scent feels like. It feels like the essence of fall, especially because I live in New Jersey. It's a very lush state, and when the fall comes, it just looks so gorgeous. This is what that embodies. Keynotes are going to be pink pepper, cardamom, carrot seed, nutmeg, olibanum. I don't even know what that is. Cedarwood, moss, and balsam. For me, you get so much of that cedarwood, that moss, the cardamom, the nutmeg. This is absolutely wonderful. I actually find myself mixing this with gourmand fragrances, warm gourmand fragrances specifically, and it's just, oh, it's just so delicious. I will say that this is very strong. Think not quite by the fireplace, but somewhat like it. You don't quite get that burning wood smell, but this is very wood forward. I would say that this is more mild than by the fireplace. But again, you mix this with a good gourmand, life-changing. Next up on my list, we have Burn For You by Sens. Sens is one of the more affordable fragrances that you can pick up at Sephora. Whereas most fragrances are going to be $80 plus, this one sits at $65. Burn For You is a smoky, woody vanilla that is so wonderful to the nose. This is another one that people compare to By the Fireplace, but again, definitely more mild, and the vanilla definitely comes through here. Your notes here are going to be Atlas cedarwood, Madagascar vanilla, clove leaf, cashmere, musk, and amber. In addition to that cedar, you definitely get that clove leaf in here. Again, this is not something that's going to be in your face, but you'll definitely smell it. Another one that I find myself mixing with other sweet gourmand fragrances. Oh, I just end up smelling so darn good, y'all. Speaking of gourmand fragrances that I would mix that with, we gotta talk about Cherry Ambition by the Seven Virtues. I don't remember how I stumbled upon the Seven Virtues, but I smelled this and was immediately taken to heaven. I'm a girl who loves a good cherry scent, and this is a warm gourmand cherry vanilla that is just so cozy and delectable. Oh my goodness, I haven't smelled this in a while. Oh, it smells so good. Like, do you know those fragrances that just make you feel good as soon as you smell them? That is Cherry Ambition. If you've never smelled this fragrance, I need you to go, if you don't get anything else from this video, I need you to go to Sephora and I need you to smell this, because especially if you like a good cherry scent, this, oh, it warms my spirit and my soul. I love this so much. Your key notes are going to be cherry, pink pepper, mandarin, marshmallow, cherry blossom, osmanthus, orris, saffron, vanilla, amber, musk, frankincense, and guaiac wood. It's like a sweet, almost sour black cherry. Then you get the vanilla, a little bit of that marshmallow. It's a little woody. It is wonderful, which is why something like this pairs so well with Autumn Vibes or even a Burn For You. You end up smelling like a smoky vanilla cherry. It is definitely some of the best combos I've come up with for myself, if I do say so. Another scent that I really like, I like almost every scent from the Seven Virtues, but we're talking about the fall. Santal Vanille. So this is for my Santal lovers, for my non-gourmand girlies. This is your time. While it is a Santal vanilla scent, you're getting a lot of Santal. That's all I'm going to say. And myrrh, it is, I just find this to be so elevated, sophisticated, chic. Like, if you want to go somewhere smelling a little different, not smelling like everybody else, this is going to be a good one for you for the fall. Key notes: coconut milk, cardamom, violet, myrrh, olive bonnet. I don't know what the olive bonnet, I gotta look that up. Cedarwood, vanilla, cashmere, fusion, cocoa, and sandalwood. You definitely get that cedarwood on the back end in this fragrance. It is fantastic. One of the most elevated and sophisticated vanilla fragrances I've smelled, honestly and truly. Fall is the time, y'all. I mean, I honestly think you can wear this year round, but the fall is definitely the time for this. Next up, we have Black Opium over Red. I actually got this in PR and I didn't know what to expect. I'm a girl who does not like the original Black Opium. I feel like I did at one point, and then over time I was just like, ooh, what is this? But this cherry, coffee, vanilla, white florals that they captured here, oh baby. I remember putting this on right before I got into an Uber, and immediately the Uber driver was like, you smell good. To keep it a buck, I don't even be getting compliments like that with my fragrances. It's not that I don't pick things that don't smell good. It just doesn't happen to me as often. I was shocked. I was like, this is the one? This one? But baby, people like the smell of this. It's just the way that the coffee and the cherry and the vanilla all come together. You don't find that one completely dominates. Though I get the vanilla a bit more than everything else, it just flows together so well. Even if you don't like coffee, the coffee works in this. It's a little bit bitter and it doesn't pack a big punch, but it just does what it's supposed to do in this fragrance. It's a little warm. Let me put a little bit on the back of my hand, child. Yeah, it's a little warm. Yeah, in the dry down, you do get more of that coffee, but again, it's not so aggressive. With the vanilla, this is wonderful, y'all. This is just so, oh, this is so fantastic. And you just get enough of that cherry. It's like on the tip of your tongue. It's not medicinal. It's not overtly sweet. It's just right. They did their big one with this. They really did. And again, this is something that's a little different. It's not groundbreaking, but it's just a hint of cherry, a hint of coffee, a hint of vanilla, a touch of florals. It's YSL Beauty. They got this right. Next up, and y'all have to know, I'm gonna bring this out. Fenty EDP. Magnolia, Musk, Bulgarian Rose, Tangerine. Finito. If you love rose and you love musk, you're gonna love them together in this fragrance. Very strong. Gonna tell you that right now. It is very strong, especially if you go ahead and layer on the body cream. And then they also have a dry perfume as well. I mean, I don't have to say too much about this. It's warm, it's musky, it's rosy, it's elevated. Definitely smells very luxurious. This is one of those fragrances, you either love it or you hate it. Point blank, period. I've never really heard someone feeling in between about this fragrance. It's either I really enjoy this or I don't. But again, this is for the people who love musk and who love rose and like them together. Everybody else, I'd probably leave this at the store, but I like it. Even though I'm not a big musk girly, I like the way this came together. Next up, we have Carousel by Brown Girl Jane. For me, this very much gives caramelized apple. And in addition to that note that you will find in this fragrance, there's also sparkling black currant, spun sugar, lily, coral rose, orange blossom, sandalwood cream, musk, and cherry leather. Now, my biggest mistake with this was buying the travel size. I should have purchased the full size. This is definitely a gourmand fragrance. Like I said, you get that caramel apple right off the top. You also get that spun sugar. You do get some musky notes, but that cherry leather, oh, that cherry leather makes this amazing. I don't think I've seen a cherry leather note in a fragrance before, but I like how it translates in this particular fragrance. Oh, it's fantastic. That dry down, especially because you get it in the dry down. Oh my God, that's so amazing. Like, I'm just so good, y'all. I don't know why cherry leather isn't a more common note in some of these fragrances, because obviously you do get some florals in the middle there for sure, but it's really the caramel apple, spun sugar, the musky notes and the cherry leather at the bottom. That's doing this for me. But what if I paired it with Cherry Ambition? Ooh. Ooh, 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 ooh. Ooh, yeah, that might have to happen tonight. The next fragrance we have here is Burberry Goddess. Now, I know that Burberry Goddess Intense just launched, and I gotta tell you, I don't like it. My mutuals don't like it. The girls are not talking about it because it's not giving. As simple as the notes sound, which is vanilla and lavender, and there's also, I guess, some ginger in there as well. I didn't know I would love something so simple. And granted, I know they took their time with this fragrance, but the vanilla and lavender together in here is just so beautiful. It's very sophisticated, it's very approachable, but also at the same time very elevated.
Very demure, very mindful.
You get the warm lavender with the vanilla. It's magnificent. I can't speak enough about this. You can see the dent that I've kind of put in this already. I wear this a lot to work because A, it's work appropriate, but B, it just smells really freaking good. So if you like a vanilla, but not necessarily a gourmand vanilla, but something that stands out just a little bit, it kind of makes you feel like you're that girl, this is going to be the one for you. This is an easy reach. Like, if there's a day that I don't know what to wear and I'm looking at my collection and I'm like, I gotta run, I gotta go, easy reach. It'll work for you every time, year round, but I think especially for the fall, this is just perfect. On the other hand, if you want a vanilla that's a little bit more edible, a little bit more sweet, baby, Phlur's Vanilla Skin. The day they turned this body spray into an EDP was one of the best days of my life because I'm gonna keep it all the way 150. When it was a body spray, it still is a body spray, but I wasn't reaching for it as much. Why? Because it was a little too light. You know what I'm saying? I typically like a fragrance that I'm gonna smell on me 2 hours later. I don't know, maybe that's just me. But I know a lot of people loved it. But baby, when they dial this up, put this in a perfume. So this has pink pepper, pink apple, sugar crystals, lily, jasmine, cashmere wood, benzoin, vanilla, sandalwood, and agarwood. This is like a slightly warmed, sugary, sweet, slightly creamy vanilla. This is fantastic. It's a little addictive. Once you put it on your skin, you're not going to want to stop smelling yourself. At least that's what happened to me. It's just another easy reach. And even though it says vanilla skin, I don't consider this a skin scent. I think the spray, I do have the spray up here, is a bit more of a skin scent, but this is just, it almost feels a little toasty. Not exactly smoky or woody, but it feels a little toasty and a little cozy, which is why I think it's very appropriate for the fall. And last but not least, I can't believe we just got through 10 fragrances like that, is going to be Kilian's Angel Share Honey. Now you're probably like, Alyssa, why do you have a travel size? Have you seen the cost of that fragrance? And trust, I have expensive fragrances in my collection. I just haven't gotten to this. If this runs out, and you can see I'm using it very sparingly because once this runs out, I'm definitely going to get a full size, but I might put that on my Christmas list for my husband to get for me. So we'll see. But Angel Share is definitely a fan favorite and a favorite of mine. Your notes are going to be cognac, cinnamon, tonka, oakwood, vanilla, praline, and sandalwood. It's crazy because I have about 3 or 4 dupes of this, or fragrances that are inspired by this one. Though some come close, nothing truly compares to the original. It is just spicy, warm, boozy vanilla goodness. And I wouldn't call this a vanilla fragrance, but the vanilla that comes through and the praline as well, it is fantastic. This was just blended so well. Like, this feels like a slow churn. This feels like people were going back to the lab constantly until they got this right, and it shows. I mean, every time I put this on, it never fails. I get compliments, or every time I smell this on someone, I give the other person compliments. That's how fantastic this is. Often duplicated, can't be replicated, top tier, elite fragrance. Actually, I might wear this tonight. Maybe I'll wear this tonight. Not to mention, boozy fragrances are perfect for the fall. At least that's when I break them out, because especially when it's cold outside, why not have a little perfume to warm you up? A nice boozy, cinnamony perfume to warm you up. It's just perfect. Absolutely perfect. But y'all, that is the end of my video. Y'all let me know what some of your faves here are from Sephora, what you would grab, or y'all let me know in the comments what some of your other faves that didn't make my list are from Sephora. I'm always open to learning about new fragrances or getting into some other fragrances that I may not think I'd like. But y'all let me know what your favorites are in the comments. And if you liked what we talked about today, fragrance, we're constantly talking about fragrance on this channel. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you later. Bye!